Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Right into the hands.
Give it to me.
QP ski. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? You already know what time it is. It's MoSports TV. The day after Christmas, December 26th. I'm with the gang. Matt Chief, Big Ed, Uncle Mike, and myself, C MoSports. We're gonna recap all the holiday weekend festivities.
A lot going on.
A lot of NBA went down. A lot of NFL went down.
Hope y'all had a good Christmas. It's been real.
It was a good holiday season so far, and
It was. The Knicks got a dub, so we split at least. That was huge. That was huge.
I'll take that. I'll take that for sure.
For sure. What up, Double R? What's happening? I mean, how we doing?
Instagram, what up?
Guys, if your team won this weekend in any capacity, make sure to drop a comment. Let us know who you're repping. For sure. What do you guys want to kick it off with? You want to kick it off with what's hot, what's on the hot stove, fresh in our minds? Last night's game, you guys obviously succumbed to the Baltimore Ravens. Let's hear it, because Brock Purdy's receiving a lot of criticism. Is it Brock Purdy or is it the San Francisco 49ers? What's the deal? Kyle Shanahan. Why?
No, it's just he ran into a buzzsaw and got outplayed for that day. What the hell? It's a game. It's a game.
Okay.
Everything was working fine. Tip balls are not good for football.
Yeah, and
Brock
a lot
Purdy,
of people were insulting Purdy and coming at him, and then for interceptions, and it's like this is on Purdy. This is not on Purdy. Tip balls.
Tip ball. He's got to wear it. I'll take that. He has to wear it because he threw the ball. But tip ball are part of the game. The Ravens. It was more about the Ravens' defense than anything. They played well. Yeah. But Purdy, the first play to Hamilton, the first interception to Hamilton, that was a bad read on his end. He came back to his read, came too late. He should have came a split second sooner. The second one, that's a great defensive play. Third one, Kittle was interfered on. We're not going to cry about that, but he was interfered on. The ball bounced in the air. Hamilton picked it up.
We said that.
It is what it is.
We said that.
So, that's not part of it. We got to wear that L. I'm not crying over it. It is what it is. We took the L. But it's more like everyone's so hyped to get on, well, Purdy sucks. No. He did good. Do you say the same thing when your quarterback loses? No, he's been exposed. No. He just played. He had a bad game. It is what it is. I'll eat that L. Bring your shit to me. I don't care. When you kick as much ass as we kick, you got to be able to take an ass whooping, and we took ours. Congratulations, Ravens.
Lamar Jackson's record against the NFC is just nuts.
Yeah, that is.
And it's something different.
And the thing about it, he played good. I'm not knocking him. He had 250 yards, 2 TDs. He didn't run all over the field on us. He made some time for himself to throw the ball. But for the most part, we did okay. We moved the ball.
Yeah.
But they made good defensive plays. And so I tip your hat to a good defensive play. It's not like we went out there.
I do want to say you guys got absolutely fucking outplayed. At the end of the day, you guys can say what you.
What aspect did we get outplayed?
You guys got straight up fucking outplayed, bro. The defense straight up outplayed your offense, and their offense straight up outplayed your defense.
No,
it's straight like that.
No.
It is straight like that.
They didn't drive up and down the field on us,
straight, bro.
They did not drive up and down the field. They got the ball. They got short fields. They got short fields off their turnovers.
Come on, bro.
I'll give them that. Their defense,
it was looking good.
It was more about their defense than their offense.
Lamar looked great out there.
And we talked about the fact that the Ravens have been winning and they haven't been using Zay Flowers. He finally got pulled out yesterday.
Yeah, he made a couple nice catches.
He had a couple good plays. So, I don't know. They're cooking over there in Baltimore.
What's his name? Kittle had a great game. Kittle played well. He was doing good. They just made good plays, defensive plays when they needed to. But up until that, we were playing good. McCaffrey went over 100.
Yeah, but like Ed said, even before we started the episode, They abandoned the run game way too early.
Too early.
Way too early.
That's how you calm down.
He's a genius.
That's how you
say all the time.
He outthinks himself.
Yeah, he outthinks himself.
That's how you calm down. That's how you calm down, Purdy. Run the ball.
Yeah.
You run the ball.
The Ravens defense won that game for him. The Baltimore offense did nothing special. Hey, it was enough to win the game, though.
Yeah,
they didn't make turnovers. That's what
they did what they had to do.
That was the pivotal moment.
That's what I said. It's more about their defense now, and I tip my hat to them. They made some great plays out there, and the ball gets tipped in the air. That's not good for no quarterback. But Brock will eat those. He'll take them. They'll go on his record. But the 49ers will be okay. They'll be. We were moving the ball. We didn't get stomped in the ground. We were moving the ball. They just had a great defensive plan and they executed. But we'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean,
the sun will come out tomorrow.
The rest of the NFC. We didn't have a bad game.
We just short fields. Yeah. We gave them short fields off turnovers.
We stopped them in the red zone how many times? Like 3-4 times?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
In the red zone?
Yeah.
Yes, in the fucking red zone.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
All right.
They kicked the field goal.
Yeah, in the red zone. Okay.
Purdy should have had pick six. 6 picks, somebody said.
That's a Ravens fan speaking his mind. Do your thing. Ryan mad at you. Shit.
Lamar's stats aren't pretty, but man, if you actually watch the Ravens, we would be nothing without him. Hence why I think he's the MVP. So let's talk about that. Does Brock Purdy's MVP stock drop enough to be,
his drop,
y'all care about the MVP, to be honest.
You know what? It's not.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about it. People care about it.
His status goes down because of his numbers weren't great. And I get it, as they should. So you know what? If there's ever going to be a person to get the MVP, Tyreek or CMC, if you're going to go that route, because don't get me wrong, Lamar does a lot for his team, but he ain't tearing his roof off the mother. There's other guys who have better numbers than him, but he does do a lot for his team. But Tyreek Hill's having a good year. CMC's having a good year. So it is what it is, man. I'm not going to. If he gets it, he gets it. If he don't, he don't. I don't care.
Look, I think Brock Purdy was the favorite by the sports books going into the game. And now I think he is not the favorite.
I think it was more about his story.
Coming out of the game. 4 picks is 4 picks. You could call it deflected balls. You can call it whatever the fuck you want.
That's what I said.
He's not leading the MVP race anymore. Yeah. I think CMC deserves it.
Is that one game?
Tyreek Hill deserves it.
Now, what happens if he comes back in these next 2 games and light it up? He's out.
He's out
because he had the bad game.
He had the bad game
because he had the bad game. Now, so what happened? So what happened?
Every single quarterback. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me fucking talk. All right.
Say the bullshit.
CMC, Tyreek Hill never had really a bad. Well, Tyreek Hill has maybe one game where he went ghost, but CMC night in night out has had great games every single fucking game consistently. He hasn't had a bad game.
Okay.
CMC.
All right.
He's pretty much had a touchdown in every single game. Correct?
Yeah.
He deserves it. Period. He has the best record in the NFL. He deserves it over Brock Purdy. I don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine. But
y'all are trying to make it seem like I'm calling Brock Purdy a bum.
No one said that.
But he didn't have a good game, number one. And number two, he's not the MVP anymore. Is all I'm trying to say.
Okay, but what happens if he comes back and has 2 great games?
He's still not going to win over CMC. Because guess what? CMC's going to have 2 or 3 great games right back to back too, right?
I'm not going to be mad.
I don't understand why niggas, 2 Niners fans are yelling at me
I'm not yelling
for saying that a Niner is going to win the MVP. Imagine that.
No, you're saying no.
I'm just saying. What would now? Here's my thing. Now, if
what
Lamar,
the hell?
I wouldn't have a problem if they threw Lamar at the top of the list.
He is right now.
Okay, but check this out. Now, what happens if Lamar has 2 bad games going down the road?
It's
He's
a quarterback award. I think Purdy, even with a bad game, if he lights it up the next few, I think he still gets it.
I'm just saying
he's still in it.
I like Lamar. I ain't mad at Lamar. He beat us. Fine, God bless him. If he wins the MVP, he wins it. But what happens if he has a bad game? Is he instantly out of the race like Brock is? Or like Dak was last week?
Yeah, is Dak still in it?
Every single quarterback this year has had at least 1 or 2 stinkers.
Yeah.
Every single quarterback in this league.
Okay.
So I'm not saying one game is going to knock you the fuck out. I'm not saying that.
That's why I asked the question.
But I am saying the most complete person, the most complete player in the NFL this year, and the most valuable player is Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
All right.
No one's talking about Mostert, and he's got 21 TDs.
All right. CMC has 21 TDs. What are we talking about?
And you also can't talk about, like, even if Raheem Mostert wasn't there, like, they have another running back just waiting in the wings in Devin Achane. So
he was just coming back off injury. So
yeah. No, Mostert's had a great season, and I'm a big Mostert guy, but I don't think
CMC's about to go
a lot of short yard touchdowns.
CMC's about to go over 2,000 total yards.
Yeah.
He's like 120 away.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
He's doing his thing.
So the final question before we move on after this game, a lot of Eagles fans, a lot of Cowboys fans, a lot of teams that are not the Niners want to say, are the Niners exposed?
No, we beat your team.
Was there a
no, we beat your team.
Did they find a formula?
No.
What's the formula?
No.
I don't know.
The Ravens played good defense. Cowboys and Eagles, shut the fuck up.
Hit hard.
Shut up.
Maybe
we
that's
beat you.
The formula.
The Eagles and Cowboys don't say a word because we both raced y'all.
Don't be scared and be aggressive against the Niners. Show them the same aggressiveness and confidence against the Niners that they showed to you. And that's the only way you're going to go toe-to-toe with the Niners is what I'm trying to say. That's the formula, in my opinion.
That's right.
Hit them hard.
It's football.
Punch them right back in the fucking face when they punch you back, when they punch you in the face.
I don't think
and that's the only way the Niners, I feel like, can lose, is if another team comes up in they shit and says, I'm not fucking scared of you guys.
I don't think
and that's what the Ravens did last night, bro.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Yeah, I got no argument with that. They weren't afraid to punch with us. And they got the best of it that night. It is what it is. Part of it. We'll be okay. But Eagles and Cowboys, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Go to your room.
Let's talk about it.
You got Michael Parsons talking about.
Yeah, Michael Parsons, who goes MIA when he plays us.
Well, Micah Parsons said that a few weeks ago he would be able to take the place of Tua and still do the same job and give the same production. And then he followed up with a loss to the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
So how do we feel about the Cowboys?
Some people don't belong behind a microphone or in front of a microphone. Certain people, just because you have that fucking platform, that don't mean you're going to be right. Shut the fuck up. You go missing in action in games, Parsons. You go missing in action in games. Leave your fucking ass on milk cartons for games. Shut the fuck up. That's because you're Micah Parsons. You make those splash plays here and there. Go sit your little whack ass down somewhere. Fuck out my face. Man, and I love Penn State. Fuck that nigga.
What he did at Penn State was definitely trifling. So I don't really.
This is a sick nigga.
The Cowboys in general, like you have.
They do more talking, and I've never seen a fucking fan base dick ride when a team loses. We beat you. Now all of a sudden they're purple. They got purple and purple stars on their helmets. Now they ride with the Ravens because the Ravens beat us. Shut the fuck up.
See, Imaine asks, what do we think about Micah Parsons claiming that he's held every play? That sounds like coping.
I don't even think
everybody
deal with it. I don't even think they double team Michael Parsons.
They do.
They double
Once
team
in a
him,
while.
but it's nothing like Aaron Donald's.
Yeah.
Every edge rusher can scream that. Nick Bosa can do it. Chase Young can do it. Play through it.
Yeah.
Go play safety, bitch.
So that game, let's really talk about the Dolphins Cowboys. It was
battle of the bullies.
It was a sloppy one. It was raining, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
It was.
You saw those are two teams that always play down to their
Facts.
opponents, continuously going down. Like as the game progressed, it just was like a snowball of just like gross football.
Yeah, who can outgross the other?
Yeah,
Spider-Man type shit.
Yeah, with just two mid teams. I don't know. Do we take either of these guys serious?
No.
Come playoff time.
Here's the thing. I was talking to a Dolphins fan the day before.
Which one?
Plant.
Okay.
I was talking to
Cody,
Plant.
I don't care.
No. No, I don't have conversations with that Dolphins fan about sports. But I was talking to a Dolphins fan. I was like, look, they have a tough set of games coming up. They had the Cowboys. They got the Bills.
That was a big win. That was a big win.
Look,
that was
I'm going to give the Dolphins their props for the W. Look, they beat a 9-3 team.
Yes.
The first time they beat an over 500 team. Look. Yeah, they both play down to their opponents, but at the end of the day, they finally got that chip off their shoulder and beat an over 500 team. All right. Now they got the Bills. Now they got the very hot Bills.
Yeah.
That's what
they got a very hot Bills team.
But the thing about that game is a division game.
Fuck that.
Right.
They got the Ravens next week.
And then they got
the Ravens come next week. Next week, then they close out with the Bills.
I'm going to that game too.
They close out with the Bills.
Right. So if the Dolphins can beat the Ravens, or you know what I mean?
One of them, yeah, one of them.
Yeah, you gotta come out with one of those
Watch
games.
out. That's all I'm saying. Like they might be something to fuck with in the playoffs if they could actually beat the Ravens or actually beat the Bills.
What the Dolphins going to have to do is make it a shootout because they're not going to win a close game.
I was going to say I need to see Tua really lead a game-winning drive in order for me to be convinced that they're going to make a deep run in the playoffs. Because right now, I mean, over in Kansas City, they're looking very fragile.
What is that all about?
That's really bad.
What is
and
that
obviously
all about?
It's just looking like it's the Ravens. That's it. Get through Baltimore, and everyone else. I feel like they think that they could compete with, and I don't know. It's close.
And Buffalo didn't look too good against San Diego the other day.
Yeah, exactly. That's
They
why
look
I
very,
think
very beatable against San Diego.
They
AFC's
play
wide
down
open
as well.
pretty much.
The AFC is very wide open.
If this is the year, because with Kansas City being down and Buffalo being shaky, this is the year for those other teams to step up.
Right.
Like fucking what's the name down at was to Trevor Lawrence and them boys missing their chance.
Yeah.
Oh, they're cooked.
They're
Yeah,
missing their chance.
They're done.
They're done.
cooked.
They're
Yeah.
actually cooked because that was ugly against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
That was
Can we
that
get-
was dog shit, bro.
We got to talk about the
Oh my
man that's
God, Baker
playing
Mayfield is
his
on
way
deck.
into a contract
He's on
extension. Baker Mayfield. Great performance by the guy.
If he gets
had
a
great-
playoff win,
I want to see what
If he
does
gets a
when
playoff
Mike
win-
Evans leaves because he's leaving next year. So
yeah, they
You
need.
think so?
Mike Evans is gone. Chiefs
One
probably gonna
of
pick him
them
up,
is
bro.
gone, I'd say.
Chiefs
One
are
of
gonna
Godwin.
try-
That's a
No, I
good
don't
pickup
want
for
the
the
Chiefs to get
Chiefs.
them. I don't want the Chiefs.
No,
That
Mike
might be the
Evans-
move for the Chiefs this offseason.
What,
Is
you
Mike
don't believe
Evans.
in Mike Evans? I believe.
No,
him.
I do.
I
I
don't.
absolutely believe in
I
Mike
don't.
Evans.
He's just a big target. He's a big red
That's
I
it.
believe in
target.
Mike
You know,
Evans.
speed.
He has 1,000 yards every year with different quarterbacks.
Okay.
A whole lot of different
No,
quarterbacks. he did it
okay,
with.
I get
Not
that.
just Tom Brady.
I'm not knocking his. Look at the stats. Look what it takes to get 1,000 yards in the NFL. That's 60 yards a game, bro.
Yeah.
That's 60 yards a game. That's 2 big catches a game.
Look, bro,
That's what it takes to get 1,000 yards.
60 yards as an NFL wide
Come
receiver.
on,
I mean, hey,
stop.
it's
You
not-
got
it's not-
Tyreek gets that in a play
so why don't more wide receivers do what he's doing then?
because
10 years straight.
Because he's the
What?
only receiver.
He's
down there.
durable as
Him and
hell.
Godwin.
You know,
Crazy.
He-
durable.
he's
why
the
hasn't
go-to
any
guy.
other wide receiver done it? You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's impressive. And he's solid. He's consistent.
Man, I've wanted him on the Giants for a long time.
Yeah, okay. Sadly.
No, we would never get Mike Evans. They would never let him go. I don't think. I think
They're
he's going to
gonna-
retire. I think Godwin's the one that leaves, especially considering
Godwin's injury
his snap
history.
count
Yeah.
as well has decreased significantly. So
Ravens and Bills are tough now.
Ravens and Bills are top 2 teams in AFC as of right now. It's Ravens and then a big gap. All I know.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know if the Bills is there because they almost got beat the other day. in
They
San
play
Diego.
down, but they play up as well. Is what I'm trying to say about the Bills.
Mm.
Is I feel like come playoff time, they're going to show up and play tough football.
Yeah.
A team that we also shouldn't be fucking sleeping on in the AFC is the Cleveland Browns.
No,
I'll tell you that right now.
yes.
You do not want to see the
No.
Cleveland Browns, including the Ravens.
Including,
They
I
don't
was
want
just
to fucking
about to
see
say
them.
that.
They don't
I
want to
was
fucking
just
see
about-
them boys,
because that's
divisional
familiar.
opponents in
Yes,
the playoffs.
familiarity.
Cold dog pound shit. Well, it would be in Baltimore,
But
but
still-
don't let
still,
Joe
you don't want
Flacco go into Baltimore.
Oh, right.
That's not
Right.
I would be nervous as a Ravens fan if Joe Flacco is coming. Not even that he's on a revenge tour, but you just know with the way that he's been playing, it only seems right that he would come in and throw for another 400 yards. I mean, the guy has been electric. I don't want to hear anything about the interceptions that he's had 5 interceptions in this run because he's out here putting up 30 plus every game and winning games for the Cleveland Browns. So he's
making them
incredible.
more than relevant.
Yeah. He's better than Deshaun Watson was.
Yeah.
I mean, and the guy's getting paid what, 60 million. Like
He
it's
knows how to. He has
Fully
a Super Bowl under his belt, and he knows how to win.
if
knows what it
Flacco
takes.
comes to Baltimore and smacks us, I will log out of all social media. It would be
Look,
a
man.
crazy storyline, but
you don't want to see them. I
Yeah.
promise you. Because that defense is stout. Stout
It's the
defense.
same defense.
Has a defensive player of the year candidate, Garrett, out there
Yeah,
going nuts.
They're 1-2. They're letting
Denzel Ward, nuts. All right. You don't want to see them boys.
Yeah,
they're
one-
tough.
That's what.
Amari Cooper going fucking crazy.
Bananas.
He's finally unleashed since he's left Dallas.
David Njoku, who we talked
And
about,
Tight end,
Njoku
yeah, that
face.
tight end's playing good.
Burnt his face off. Now he's up.
he's up.
I'm telling you, the Browns are nothing to fuck with, man.
No, and their run game is still there.
Ford,
that would be a nice fight right there. Those two, that would be a fucking fist fight. Those two guys.
It's gonna be a bloodbath between them if they play each other.
Why is Joe Flacco not the comeback player of the year?
He's gonna have a couple games. He doesn't have enough games.
If he finishes the season at the rate that he's been and takes the Browns to the playoffs, because it's not going to be division, unfortunately. It would be through a wild card spot. Mm-hmm. If he takes them and gets a wild card victory, listen,
if he gets one, he can get two.
Nobody else has a crazy.
If he gets one, he can get two, because their team, their style of ball travels, man. Mm-hmm. Their style of ball travels, man.
Look, like you said though, he didn't play enough games. It's only been 4 games. He'll only play less than half of the season. I think who really truly deserves it is Tua. Came back from pretty much damn near being a vegetable to slinging rock.
Yes,
and he deserves it. Obviously, DeMar Hamlin is in the running as well.
Has he got a lot of runs?
He's had 2 snaps with 2 flags. But anyway, he's in contention. But I don't know. I think Joe Flacco deserves it, but he just hasn't played enough games.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about the Raiders Chiefs. Yeah, this one was kind of crazy. I mean, this is just all around what's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs. They are not nearly the same team that we've known them to be.
I'm sorry, but Holmes needs to take some blame, bro. He's playing terrible.
He is, and he's blaming everybody.
He's blaming everybody but himself. I don't like that. I don't shit like
he's trying
that.
to do too much. And he knows he's going to get a pass.
That's troubling for him.
He's blaming.
He's never done this before.
No accountability. I mean, the streets are saying he's the NFL Julius Randle. I don't listen. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know.
What?
I don't know. But
they got to figure something out.
They got
What?
Pacheco got hurt again. So
Pacheco's hurt again. Yeah, he got a groin injury, right?
I will say this: every time the Chiefs lost, it's because of some fuck shit. And that one play where he gets the fumble, and they get the touchdown, the defensive touchdown, the Raiders. It was the most freak play. Just like Tony getting deflected off of his hands.
He did throw a pick six. But at that same time,
so much stupid shit
that
they're losing
have
because
never been in the position to even like have those types of things be game deciding factors.
Right.
That's the difference.
I agree with that.
It's definitely they've been just skating by a little too long. It was inevitable, the same way that we had mentioned that the Eagles were just skating by. And I mean, there was just that one. They were at the goal line and they tried to throw a fade to Rashee Rice, and it's like, you have Travis Kelce. What are we doing here? Like, why not go to your safety line?
And that's a big problem too. Travis Kelce is not getting involved as much
because the teams are doubling him up. They know
they are just keying in on him, double teaming him, bracketing him.
Mahomes don't trust the other guys as much because they're showing that they can't hold on to the ball.
I can't blame them. They can't catch the fucking ball. They're turnover machines. And it's just a mess. They fucked up not getting D-Hop. And they also fucked up a couple years before that trading Tyreek away. If they didn't trade Tyreek away, imagine this offense right now with Tyreek Hill.
They didn't want to pay him.
Hey,
they should have paid that man. They should have fucking paid him.
That's what they keep telling me.
They dropped all that money.
They fucked up.
They gave Mahomes all that money.
Yeah, they gave him a 14-year contract, though, damn near. They spread it out nicely enough to where they could have kept Tyreek if they really wanted to. I feel like
they definitely could have. There was definitely a way. And let's talk about Travis Kelce and the whole Taylor Swift situation, because the Chiefs are 3-5 since, and Kelce's only had 1 touchdown in that span. So what's going on here? Travis Kelce, how are you getting phased out of the Kansas City Chiefs offense? Somebody said that right here.
Yeah, they got bad blood.
Yeah, they're getting old too, man. Like, they got to start looking for
Taylor draining them.
Nah, she just,
she draining them.
She draining my boy. She juicing my boy for the clout.
I'll be your wide receiver. Come on, she draining that nigga.
No, it's ugly out here.
Pause is right.
Their offense has to find something. Like Imaine says, Rashee Rice being the wide receiver one is concerning. It's not like he's a bad wide receiver. It's just he's not a number
he doesn't
one.
have a
Clearly,
lot of. Yeah.
He's a great gadget guy, but he's not leading your team in reps.
Is Tony going to be there next year?
No,
he's Ni-Hao. That man will be playing in the Japanese football league somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, Ed might see him on the road. That it's crazy out here for Kadarius Toney because now he's not only bad, but he's a locker room cancer. Known. So,
is he an asshole in the locker room?
He's not an asshole. He's just a dummy.
Yeah,
he's just a straight up dummy.
You know, he's one of those guys that just doesn't have his head. He's not bought into what's going on. I mean,
he's not intelligent.
Yeah, no, he is, and he's making mixtapes in his free time. He doesn't want to win. It's
wow.
That's really what it comes down to. I mean, making mixtapes or whatever in your free time, that's whatever. But he's just an asshole. Dummy. He's a dummy. Yeah. He's a dummy, bro. He's not smart. He says stupid things, and he plays dumb too.
Yeah,
he plays very stupid. Like he has no football IQ.
Yeah,
he lines up wrong. He fucking does stupid, silly shit. He bobbles the ball,
and he lines up off sides.
He makes mistakes every time he's on the field. He makes mistakes.
Yeah,
he's a true
he's a liability.
He's a firecracker.
Whatever team he's on at all times.
It's either going to be really good and he'll win you the fucking game off of 2 plays, or it's going to blow up in his hands. And you got to go to the fucking ER.
Yeah, he's not a consistent guy. He's just a great athlete, give you a splash play here and there, but he's not consistent.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, you guys want to move on? Let's talk about Giants, Eagles.
Eagles fans, I know I got tagged a couple of times. You know, you guys played a shitty fucking game against the Giants. I'm sorry to say,
against a shitty team.
Yes,
you played against a shitty. I know it's your team. That's I love it, but it is what it is.
It's the truth. It's the truth. The Giants are a stinky team with 3rd string and 2nd string quarterbacks with linemen off the fucking street, literally.
Fucking pizza delivery boys.
You're at home in prime time, and you still
let us hang around.
You still let us hang around all the way to the last play of the game.
Yep.
To the last fucking play of the game, the lead wasn't safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you got bailed out once again by cheap football plays, aka the tush push, and 2 fucking reps.
It's the
bailed out once again.
Hurts his ass.
Tyrod Taylor should have been starting quarterback over Tommy Chicken Fingers.
I agree. Probably. I agree. If the Giants wanted to take shit serious, we would have brought Tyrod right back. I wish he didn't get hurt.
I
really wish he didn't get hurt because the Giants could have actually made a nice little run with Tyrod.
He ain't afraid to push the ball down the field.
He's aggressive and he makes shit happen. He has good pocket presence.
I wish there was a way that we could find the Eagles, like what their score or record could be if they didn't have a tush push involved in their games. Like
how many touchdowns wouldn't Jalen have?
Yeah, a lot less. He broke the record.
12 tush push touchdowns.
He has
25 rushing touchdowns this season. I can almost guarantee that he's 25. He just broke Cam Newton's record.
No, it's 15.
No, it's 15. He's not 25.
No,
15.
Or 15. But he just broke Cam Newton's record for the most rushing touchdowns in a season.
And I think about 13 of them were 1 yard tush push.
Oh, 25 touchdowns and first downs. So many 4th and 1s. It's a gross play, man. I don't know. I can't support it. Like a QB, I get you can't ban it, but you can. I think you could keep the QB sneak in the game without allowing somebody to push from behind. Exactly. Right. Like that's all I'm looking for out of that play. Like that. I don't know. That's cheap to me.
Let me ask you guys a question. Let me ask you guys a very legit question. I'm watching the game yesterday. You know how there's the big pile up. The running back's running. He's trying to get extra running. And the lineman just comes flying in and hits an opposing player in the back. Why isn't a clip called on that play?
I don't know.
Next time you're watching the game, you see a running back running this and that, and the guy's holding him up. The blocker lineman come in and just nail a guy in the back. Why isn't that a clip?
It should be.
That's where we're at in football now. Linemen just come up and blindside people and hit them in the back, and they don't call it. That's a clip.
I don't think this is how the Wildcat had people talking, because the Wildcat is actually an entertaining form of football.
It's a shotgun.
This is the most stale and like just
Wildcat is football,
boring to watch.
It's a shotgun snap.
Like
shotgun.
This is
running back. Like what are
I don't get the correlation, and the whole everyone else can do it. Like the Giants did yesterday. They actually pulled it out once, and they succeeded. What was it? A 4th and 1?
Yeah, Saquon.
Like, yeah, they got
I don't
that.
like it. I don't fucking like it.
But I don't like
any
team to do it. It's not just because it's the Eagles, and that's what Eagles fans love to. They like to make themselves feel special. Like, oh, you're just picking on us because we're the Eagles.
Because you can't do it.
Across the board, it's not a good play for football, in my opinion. If that's how games are being won, like, it's just cheap to me.
I really don't care, but at the same time, it's cheap. I do think it's fucking cheap and it's corny. And that's the only way the Eagles can fucking
score in the red zone for sure.
Yeah, they haven't thrown a pass in the red zone, I think, in like a month or so. It's crazy.
That's sad.
That's really sad.
Yeah, if it's not a
and if they would put together a game plan, actually run Swift and run off of Swift. Run their offense off of Swift.
Yeah, like he goes legitimately crazy for you.
Yeah, he's got some shit with him. He can run, man.
Yeah, no, he's
I will say this. I think the Giants could beat the Eagles in the last game of the season.
I can see that.
It's definitely not sweet. That's for sure.
I can see that happening.
Giant Stadium.
Someone's going to get seriously hurt on the tush push, and there will be a rule change. Yeah,
that's
like
what
a neck injury or something.
So Carl Banks was on New York radio today or yesterday. He's like, this is how it's going to get banned really quick. Just tell the players to fucking jump over the line and just jump at the quarterback's head. Dead ass.
Yeah.
Dead ass. Just jump on Jalen Hurts' fucking neck and fucking snap it. Yeah. And give him a concussion or fucking just go helmet to helmet over the fucking line and just go helmet to helmet.
Like a water bottle.
Straight like that. They will ban it the next day.
They would.
They would ban it the next day if somebody just did a fucking torpedo helmet to helmet into Jalen Hurts. Now, I'm not telling them to do that. Don't fucking try and clip this shit and say do it. But I mean,
I'm condoning it.
I don't condone that type of fuckery. But
only in Pop Warner.
If that's a quick way to get it banned. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Nick. He says, Merry Christmas, guys, but especially Jalen Brunson for Molly whooping the Bucks.
Shout out to JB.
Facts. Great dub.
The Eagles are just overrated, man.
You know, I think losing that coordinator hurts them because they have no game plan. Why wouldn't you just? I would run Swift to the ground, play action off of Swift.
I'm surprised they didn't pull out Bolton Scott at all yesterday. I think because he was the most, the kickoff or whatever, the kick return. He was the most bet on anytime touchdown scorer because of his 9-game streak heading into the Giants game, but he did not put one in, probably because Vegas had the fix it. But what's that's just. They like you're saying, they don't utilize their run game the way that they should, and partially because of the tush push. So
it's a big part of it.
All
right, so should we preview a couple more games real quick, and then we'll run into NBA, and then we'll get out of here. Dolphins Ravens, like we said, is going to be a great one.
Where's that going to be? Where's that at?
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Ravens are going to stomp them. I think
they're going to run them in Baltimore. They had a shot down in the sun.
Yeah, I think that was the only case.
Yeah, I think the Ravens win decisively.
I think this is a game their running back actually goes over 100. I think
is this a primetime game?
Let there be some snow too.
It's a 1 o'clock game.
Yeah, it's a 1 o'clock game.
I like that.
Shout out to my aunt Renee.
I like that even more for the Ravens, honestly.
Yeah, it's Ravens -4 right now. So what do we think? Do they cover that?
Yeah, I do think so.
I think so too.
I do think
cold weather.
Yeah, I'm saying
cold as hell.
Yeah, it says 48 and cloudy, 11-mile-an-hour winds. Who knows? Maybe it could start snowing.
They're not ready for that. Dolphins. Yeah.
The key for this game, I think, is going to be, make Tua make a mistake. That's really what it's going to be. Get the Dolphins to turn the ball
pressure on him. He just gets happy feet. He gets happy feet.
He does. Yep. Parlay with an Isaiah Likely touchdown. Listen, man, he's been going crazy.
I like Likely. I like Likely.
It's likely, I guess you could say.
That was corny. Go to your room.
Go upstairs.
All right, Lions Cowboys. Lions secured the division for the first time in a long time.
That's a game.
What do we think?
Where are they going with that?
I'm taking the over.
Where are they playing at?
I promise you that.
Taking the over in that one. Yes. They're playing in Dallas. Dallas is -6 right now.
We thought we were gonna play. We thought
-6, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in Texas.
They're in Dallas.
Dallas is gonna beat them.
It's 2 arenas anyway. It's not really gonna. That really doesn't change it. But
in Jerry World,
yeah, they're gonna beat.
I like Dolphins spread. I mean, not Dolphins. Lions spread though. +6. I like it.
That kind of nice.
And I like the over.
I mean,
I like the
same
over.
Lines,
I like the
6.
over as well.
Goff always be goofing. I don't know, man.
Goff
Jared
be
Goff has
snapping.
been going crazy as of late.
But he does come up with some bonehead shit once in a while.
Sometimes he does.
Plays down.
I'll do a CD Lamb touchdown.
Laporta for sure.
No, CD Lamb, Montgomery
Those are guaranteed. Those are,
with
I was thinking a little tight end combo. Ferguson and Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta could work too.
Give me Ferguson and Laporta
Ferguson,
any
too.
timers. That's it.
Did y'all check Tyreek on? You know how CeeDee Lamb always makes a catch and get up and do that shit under his nose, whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all see Tyreek do it yesterday to him?
Did he?
Yeah.
Gotta love Tyreek.
Got up and
though.
did it on a sneak tip.
Shout out to Tyreek.
All right, another preview we got over here. Bucks Saints. This means something.
Bucks.
Dude,
I think so too.
I think
man.
the Bucks
Saints are
win.
cooked.
Yeah.
Their cards just dog shit.
The Saints are very inconsistent, right?
To the
You'll have 1 week where they'll dot up a team, like they beat the shit out the Giants the week before, and then they go against the fucking Bucks, and I mean not the Bucks,
Who
but
Rams.
the Rams, and
Rams.
they get fucking.
But they made a push at
night
the
and
end.
day.
They made a push at
They
the
did.
end.
They did come back. They did come back.
Yeah.
So I mean, it all depends on what kind of Saints team comes out. If the Saints team plays their A game, I think they win because the defense.
Where's it at? Where's the game at?
It's in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's coming in -3. What I really like about Tampa Bay, and a reason that I think they can actually do something within that division, take this game, and then, make a little noise, is because they only have one guy that's actually ruled out for this game right now on the entire roster. And that's huge. Come playoff time, everybody's got injuries. But right now, only Antoine Winfield is day-to-day.
It's the defensive back.
He's day-to-day, and he's questionable for this game. And then Golston on the D-line is also questionable. But aside from that, there's only one guy ruled out, and he's a 5th-string wide receiver. So I don't know, man. They got the health on their side. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to be a close game no matter what happens.
Yep.
10-3.
If they get a run game going and don't put too much on Baker, just let him just basically manage the game. Don't go out there and just try to overachieve. Just get shit done. They can make that a game.
Correct. NFC South football is fucking terrible. It's brutal to watch.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, I'm going to go
trying to feel the air here, bro.
Bucks 24, Saints
I'm trying to feel some airtime here.
13.
You're just shitting on me. Get off me.
24-13. I'm taking the Bucks, though, for sure. I think Big Bake gets it done. And that one's on New Year's Eve, Sunday, 1:30. Or 1 o'clock, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to watch paint dry.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to move on to some NBA talk, or actually one more game that I'd like to shed some light on. That's Bengals Chiefs. Chiefs are -7 in Arrowhead.
Just no Joe Burrow. I don't give a fuck about that game.
Listen, man, if they lose to Jake Browning,
they're not going to lose.
At home.
They're not losing to the Bengals, bro. I'm sorry.
Bro, you think they're going to lose to the Raiders?
yeah,
Nah,
and that was in Arrowhead too,
I
right?
kind of figured they were.
The
That's
Bengals,
like a big
the
rival.
Bengals are
Super
actual
big.
ass
Yeah.
without Jamar Chase now. Like they stink. Like
Here I mean,
they are
what you talking
stinking.
about?
It's just the truth, man. You don't have your 2 best players on your team, bro. It's okay. Like, whatever.
Is Jamar Chase going to play? I have a fantasy championship, and I would really like him.
I'm getting a tattoo because Jamar Chase decided not to play last week.
Well,
So.
well, speaking of that tattoo, what are you people cooking up for my nephew? Let's hear some suggestions.
It's going to be something
It's
devious.
gonna
I
be
don't know.
It's gonna be like something. Wow. Right in the
What
neck
are-
or something.
Oh,
That was the last one or something like that.
We should set up a poll and have everybody send in their
I
suggestions.
don't think so.
Well, you get to decide.
All right.
The winner of the league decides.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not fucking MoSports decides.
Don't
Who
get
the
any
fuck gets me
ideas.
tattooed? It's the winner of the league.
Who's
Well,
in
for
the-
a
it's
little
the most sport
context,
league?
No, it's not a MoSports.
Simo came in last in one of these leagues that he's in, and because of that, he has to get a tattoo. Honestly, though, you caught a bad break because I saw the scores, and it's tough to beat. Both weeks that you got 140 put up on you. Like even if Jamar Chase was back,
These
if you're in a
guys,
tough
the guys
spot,
that I played had their season highs against me.
that's just
Back-to-back
unfortunate.
Out of nowhere, right?
Had their seasonal highs. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
It's just bad luck. I missed the playoffs by like 25 points. And then I'm in the loser bracket, and these motherfuckers are having games of their fucking lives. And I was mopping them up all through the fucking regular season. It's Jamar, Jesus Christ.
This is a sick Negro.
God damn. But yeah, Jamar Chase out the last week. Kirk out.
Nothing
Fucking
more than
Joe Burrow
feelings.
gone. I had Burrow, Chase, Kirk. They're all
I
gone.
mean, is Chase gonna play? Please, I need to know. I need the Bengals inside scoop.
I'm getting a tattoo because I drafted Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. That's why. Y'all were dog shit the first 5 weeks of the fucking year, set me up for fucking failure, and then get fucking injured in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Fuck the Bengals.
You should get a tiger.
Yeah, that's Tate.
You should get a tiger.
Get the Tiger King.
Somebody already has a tiger.
Get
Get the
Tigger.
Tiger
Get
King.
Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
Burrow even dogged me the first 4 weeks, throwing up duds. Messed up my season early. Why didn't you draft Daniel Jones and Jalen Hyatt? I guess, yeah. There you go. All right, let's talk Christmas Day NBA stuff going on. Becky Hammond's comments on Jalen Brunson saying that he's not a 1A. Now, here's the thing. I still agree that, like, Jalen Brunson, I don't think you can win a championship with Jalen Brunson as the best player on your team. However, he is incredible, and he is doing everything in his power now to try and prove her wrong, and I'm here for it. If that's what's going to light a fire under my New York Knicks
How
and
many
lead
pieces
them,
do they need to make them serious contenders?
One.
They just
one
need one.
great piece.
I need one piece.
Is that a
And
big
I'm
man?
looking at the Phoenix Suns. Somebody asked us
I
earlier.
am too.
Somebody
I'm
asked
looking
us
at the
earlier.
Suns.
I'm looking at Devin Booker,
I sure am. That's what is the
former
eyes are set on.
CAA clientele. His first contract signed is sitting with Leon Rose himself.
Special things.
All right, listen, that's what's on my radar right now. These KD
And I would
Rebels-
give up RJ Barrett quickly in a trade for
Devin Booker?
For RJ and quickly.
Barrett's not doing so
I would
well.
give up.
Barrett's not doing so well.
No,
He's
he's
inconsistent.
He's inconsistent.
It's,
Yeah.
it's just inconsistent. Regular Barrett shit. Like,
Until the
he
post.
played
All-Star
great
break.
against the Bucks
Yeah.
yesterday, but was dog shit the game before that against the Bucks. So,
Yeah. But who is the most consistent guy out there?
Jalen
right now?
Brunson.
It's Jalen Brunson.
And honestly, Julius
Julius
Randle is very consistent.
You see
right
that
now,
25 games in a row with 20 plus points? That's listen.
That's pretty
too.
good.
He's been, besides the first 5 games of the year, he has been a model,
All
a
NBA
model
again.
As long as
point
Randall,
forward.
he can do this all
Power forward.
season. Show me something in the playoffs, buddy.
Yeah, we'll get.
For
I mean,
him.
but we'll get
For
there
him.
when we get there. We can only
Yeah.
play. We can
Cross that
only.
bridge when we get there.
Right now, we're looking at potential trades because there's rumbles of potential disgruntlement out in Phoenix in the desert.
KD's not happy.
He ain't happy with
I
that
heard
roster.
KD is not happy. Bradley Beal is being Bradley Beal.
He's got
This is
back
what I
stashes.
knew this was going to happen. I called this in the fucking offseason preview.
Yeah, Bradley Beal is.
There's a bunch of every team Durant goes to, this is what happens. He teams up with a bunch of fucking old farts that are divas that fucking miss at least a quarter of their games every single year, no matter what.
Mhm.
Just for bullshit and whatever. Bradley Beal is one of those guys. He always misses games. When he's out there, yeah, he plays great. So same shit with Harden. Same shit with Kyrie.
Luka smacked that ass yesterday. Yeah, Luka dropped 50. That's a good game for the Mavs. I mean, they could take that dub. But that's like Luka typically on Christmas. He always goes crazy on the holidays.
Also, the Suns, they're involved with Isaiah Thomas.
Ew.
They're putting him as a major role in the front office, and he's a big reason as to why Chris Paul has left the Suns.
Nobody likes Isaiah.
He is a
Thomas.
big reason.
He's a horrible
Isaiah
GM.
Thomas was one of maybe the worst thing that's ever happened to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think the worst.
Him and Phil Jackson were both. And Phil
Both
Jackson,
brutal. But I think Isaiah
And
was
Spike Lee
even
being there all the time. too.
Isaiah was
Plus
even
that
worse
is
than
still
Phil
bad.
Jackson. At least Phil Jackson hit on Porzingis.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. At least he did something. He got at least one good player in the fucking building.
Yeah.
This
Nobody likes
motherfucker,
that.
Isaiah Thomas, was dog shit. And he had fucking allegations on him the whole time. He was a weirdo. And
nobody in the NBA likes him too. That's the thing. Like, I don't
No.
understand how
Even
he's still hanging around.
Old heads don't like him.
No, that's like literally he still has the beef. Like they say they, buried the hatchet with the whole Team USA stuff back in the day, the dream team with Isaiah Thomas and him not making it. If you watch The Last Dance, when he said, I had the criteria to be selected, but I wasn't. All that.
No one likes him from back in the day because the whole bad boy movement, he was the quarterback to all of that.
Yeah.
He did all the talking,
that
got
shit was
those
cool.
guys sending people, hitmen out on people. No, and now they came back to bite him because when they had that dream team, they were like, fuck that nigga. Don't even bring him over here.
Yeah. So what's next for Kevin Durant? Is he just like stuck there now?
Hair
Yeah,
club
he's
for
probably
men.
stuck there.
A nigga hair.
no, he's gonna be another Harden. He's gonna bounce. He's gonna be another Westbrook, another Harden. He's gonna go from team to team to team to team and ruin every single team he goes on because he's gonna get a bunch of fucking bums on there.
And he need to shave that motherfucking head. That shit
Give it
look
up.
like
Definitely
hot
give it
crap.
up.
I think KD is obviously still very talented, still very
Put a little bit of
top
respect on him.
talented player in the game, but his formula and his system ain't it.
Yeah, and he's
It's not
tarnishing
it,
his
bro.
legacy. All this running
All the
around.
bouncing around. Yep, absolutely.
He could have kept his ass in Golden State and been fine. And honestly,
They would've won a couple
I
rings.
wouldn't be surprised if they have a little reunion coming up.
Yeah, because they're in dire straits.
That's
over
where
there.
KD can go. He can go to motherfucking back to Golden State, get Draymond out of there, substitute
Yeah, I'm
Draymond
about
with
to say.
KD.
If Draymond's still there, he's definitely
Well,
not.
Draymond, no, this is his last season in Golden State. You already know it is.
Shit, he probably be gone before the trade deadline.
Possibly.
Him or Clay are going to be gone before the trade.
Maybe both.
Hopefully.
But I can't see KD going back there, though. I can't see that.
I can too.
And what's another big man that can go there with them to take Draymond's place?
Well, the thing is, the Warriors' style of
But they got
basketball,
rid
they
of
play
Cody.
kind of like it would be KD almost at the 5
Nah, they just have the same lineup as they do.
or Kuminga. Yeah.
Oh, Kuminga too. Yeah.
First time tuning in with you fellas. Solid topics tonight. Keep doing your thing. I'll check in more often. Go Ravens. Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Welcome.
Fuck the Ravens.
Welcome to MoSports, brother. Welcome to MoSports.
Appreciate the support. All right. Another guy that's potentially on the move, DeJounte Murray, because nothing's going right over in Atlanta.
He needs his old team.
Nah, I don't
Yeah,
think
he
so.
just-
He's not a 1A either.
No, he's not
though.
a 1A. I'm not saying he needs, but he can't be with another point guard dominant player. Should have kept his ass with the Spurs.
Seriously, with Wembanyama, that would have been nasty.
Should've.
That would have been a good little duo right there.
But then
Should've.
again, they probably wouldn't have lost enough games with him on the team
Yeah, because he was going crazy. with the
because he
Spurs.
was
I ain't gonna lie.
he was very nice on
He
the
was
Spurs.
very.
But you know what,
They
though?
had all the volume.
Can Knicks fans somewhat get an apology for this one? Because we never wanted DeJounte Murray to be the big haul, right? And we were criticized for it, that he should have been a guy that we went out and got, that we, finally should have been giving up assets in order to bring him in. And it's showing that both him, Donovan Mitchell, weren't the moves to be made right there. And I just want a little bit of an apology from the media in this sense. That would never happen because the Knicks always get shit on. But I don't know. We were right. That's all I'm saying. We need a victory lap there.
Can we talk about real quick with the DeJounte Murray situation? Rich Paul and Leon Rose beef. How the CAA and Clutch Sports have huge beef, huge beef with each other, and because it stems all the way back to when Leon Rose
Was the
agent for LeBron James
and the
then
president of CAA. He was stealing
Right.
clients, basically.
and Rich Paul literally went from under Leon Rose. He was an intern at CAA. He was Leon Rose's intern. Met LeBron James, left CAA, started Clutch Sports, and then took LeBron James from him.
Wow.
Real snake shit.
That's a come up, too.
The biggest come up.
Crazy.
That was Leon Rose's biggest L he's probably ever took.
Yeah. And now he's back for blood.
So now, well, Rich Paul and Leon Rose don't fuck with each other. And Rich Paul now represents
DeJounte Murray.
a lot of big name players. And a lot of these big name players aren't allowed to come to the Knicks because they're in Clutch Sports.
Yep. Yeah.
And Leon Rose is the president. So Rich Paul did say he is willing to have a face-to-face meeting to squash the beef. So we have to see if Leon Rose can fucking put his ego down for 2 seconds
I don't even know
And,
if I want DeJounte, though.
I don't want DeJounte Murray just for the future of our fucking franchise.
Yeah.
Make the fucking meeting. Rich Paul is fucking powerful. He's just as powerful as you.
Yeah.
If not more now.
At this point, yeah.
So you just gotta have to just drop your fucking ego and just talk to the guy and say, hey, you're a fucking asshole for taking LeBron from me, but we can at least have business.
But now
together.
throw me a bone and we'll be good.
Right.
At this
Exactly.
point, yeah.
We can squash the beef, but you're gonna have to give us some.
And that's also why the Zach LaVine to the Knicks thing was never gonna happen.
because he's clutch.
Yeah. Yep.
But like there's players like Paolo Banchero, who's clutch, like Anthony Edwards, who's clutch.
Who,
right?
if you want him on the Knicks,
you're gonna have to talk to Rich Paul.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you may not have to like him in this business. You don't have to like a lot of people in this business, but you're gonna have to
get
fucking
it done.
You gotta get it done.
Yep.
Leon. But I think that wraps it up for MoSports TV this week.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
We'll see y'all next Tuesday, 7
Appreciate all
o'clock.
the new faces. Thank y'all for the love.
Yes, sir. Love y'all. Peace.